Tonight at the museum, you can see I'm in the museum itself. We're going to concentrate primarily in the paranormal room, but we're going to let some people log on. This is why I'm getting on. We're supposed to start at 9, so I'm getting on like 8 minutes early. Plus, this gives me a chance to figure this out because this is all kind of new to me. Let me see if I can find where I am on the laptop. There we go. Let's see if I can get this to expand.
Let's see if I can get this to expand.
All right, help right
Let's see if I can
target.
get this to expand.
All right, help right target.
Get this to expand. Get this to expand.
Okay, I killed the volume, so I'm not getting that weird echo. Okay, there's one person on. We'll turn the sound back on here, so it'll be a little bit of a delay. Like I said, as you guys log on, we're actually starting at 9. I'm just getting things set up. This is a new thing that we're using as far as going live. We're going to do a paranormal investigation. Primarily, for those of you who know the museum, you know it's a haunted location. It's an 1850 house. It's got all kinds of paranormal activity. We've seen shadow people. We've actually caught them with surveillance cameras in the house. I bought this house 7 years ago. I was escaping New York and stuff. Was not looking for a haunted house. I mean, I didn't care personally. My wife obviously was not into this stuff. We bought the house. We didn't live here the first year. Hired some local contractors to do work in the house, and they were having issues. Seeing shadow people, tools moving, things like that. So for those of you logging on now, we're going to have, the investigation will start in a little bit. We're going to start roughly at 9 o'clock. I'm just kind of setting things up and kind of doing filling people in who don't know anything about the location and why we're doing this here. I have some equipment set up. The paranormal room, which is the room right over here, I'll give you a quick look. And that's where we're going to concentrate in. We can walk around wherever the internet will allow us to go. My wife's going to sit at the laptop here once we get going, so people chat and ask questions. Like I can see some people are logging on now. This way we can see how this goes, and people can actually ask questions. You can actually ghost hunt from afar. This is kind of what we want to do. And someone just wished us Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too. That's true. It's kind of crazy for us to be doing a live ghost hunt on Christmas Eve. Shows you where my mindset's at. But I figured there's a lot of people home now, hanging out with family, looking forward to doing something. Escape from the family, escape from watching, the same old movies we watch Christmas after Christmas. So you can ghost hunt for an hour and change. Hey, what the heck? And we'll see what's going on. Let me bring you in the other room, show you some of the stuff that we're going to be doing. I'm going to be setting a laser grid in. Now, this is a haunted house anyway. You can see we actually have a casket in here. I do have cameras that are full-time in the room we've caught things with. Here you can see some of just the haunted items we've got. Dolls, different boxes, clowns, just certain items. Some items are much more active than others. Here's another doll. I'm hoping to get movement off her today. You can just see some of the items. So basically you're going to be parked in one spot or another watching as I turn equipment on and we ask questions. And the cool part is you'll be able to ask questions along with us. As I'm putting on the mail. And I'll turn up some other stuff. These are pocket pods we use. So anything goes near them. There's one dead pocket pod. You can see how loud these are. I'll place these in certain spots where we hope to get activity. So anything goes near them. That's me. But we're going to give it a shot. This is kind of, like I said, kind of experimental. And like I said, I've told everyone we're starting at 9, so I'm literally getting things going ahead of time. And I'm going to park you guys in a spot where hopefully we can go. So I'm explaining to them that we're going early. Make sure there's some equipment they can see, like the Boo Bear. You can see this meter here. We'll use Boo Bear. Actually, we'll just park him right in front of you guys, or put you in front of him, I should say. But as things get going, I'm going to keep some of the lights on because we want to see stuff. But things I'm going to have here are laser grids. makes it easier to look for movement. The nice thing about doing this from home, I have tons of batteries if things start to die off and stuff, so. I'm even gonna kill Miss Beasley light to make it a little bit darker. And I have to kill some more lights in there.
Tell them to keep your eye on Miss Beasley if they see her move.
What's that?
Tell them to keep their eye on Miss Beasley.
Oh yeah, Miss Beasley, I just shut the light off, so.
Yeah, but they can
I'm gonna put a laser on her, but actually I can do that by this. Let's try this. Put the laser down here. Move the Ouija board over a little bit. And we'll see what we get. We'll start off like this, just asking some questions. Now, obviously, everyone being there, this has a microphone on it. My wife's at the laptop, so if you want to ask questions, you can talk to her and she can relay it to me. We can ask questions, so you're going to be doing our EVP session for us since you can listen. And from there on, we're going to see what we get. And I've got tons of different equipment to try, so we can introduce different things. Now, in this house, we get movement, items move, we see shadows constantly, so I'm really hoping to get a shadow person in here, get some kind of movement in here. And let me shut that totally off. And I've tried to make it so dark. I mean, it looks much brighter on the phone than it actually is here. But we'll see what we can pick up here, and hopefully you guys hear noises and stuff that we don't hear here until we play it back. So in real time, you can ghost hunt with us. So let's get started. Let's see if we can get something happening here. I'm going to set up a few more items as we go, but let's start asking some questions. Is it 9 o'clock yet?
It is 8:59.
8:59. So let me grab a few more pieces of equipment. Nothing like having lots and lots of equipment. The convenience of actually being in the museum to do this, I have loads of stuff, so if something poops out, I can grab something off the shelf. Okay, I'm gonna put this one over by you. That's gonna be really loud if it goes off. So, see? I've got extra batteries if we need them. Pop some of these out. And then I've got a little bit of every type of meter you can imagine. We'll see what we pick up on that. Oh, we're already getting a little activity here. Now, one of the spirits we know we have here is Raymond Colleen, who actually used to work here. And he's been spotted now. If you want to see any of the previous stuff we've caught, please just go to our YouTube channel and look this stuff up. For me to try to, I'm having a hard enough time just going live, let alone trying to show you something and switch over. Down the road, we'll hopefully get to that point. But let's see if we can pick up stuff. If you pick up anything or hear anything, let us know. Is there anybody here that wants to communicate with us? If you're here, can you say your name? Come over to this device here that looks like a little TV screen and talk to it. They can hear you. If you could move something in here, preferably something over here in this area. Can you touch this bear? How about if I put the Ouija board down? Do you know what a Ouija board is? You can play with that. A little activity off the meter. Is that you touching the meter? I'm sure everyone's going to be telling me, no, don't put the Ouija board out. Let's put the meter on the Ouija board too. Okay, we're getting some activity already on the Ouija board. There's nothing electronic over there. I wish there was. Is that you touching the Ouija board? Can you guys see that? I can put you closer. Put the laser on the Ouija board too. You should be able to see any kind of movement. All right, we're getting moving on to K2 now. All right, things are starting to pick up. Thank you. We appreciate the activity. Can you do something else? We have friends. I know this is kind of crazy, but people that aren't here, kind of the same way you come and go. Yep, thank you. Are in the room with us.
John is asking, John Allen's asking, are the spirits aware it is Christmas Eve and the significance of that?
Someone who's, I'm telling you, someone who's not even here is able to watch what's happening here, and they can ask questions. A friend of ours, his name is John, he wants to know if you're aware what day it is. Do you know it's Christmas Eve? Tomorrow's Christmas? Some activity, you're off the meter right away.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. Good question, John. Do you think it's cool that we're doing a ghost hunt on Christmas Eve? Do you approve of that? Okay, get some activity. Can you tell us your name, who you are? You have to talk into this device right here. If anyone's out there hears something, let us know.
John said Dennis.
All right. I appreciate you going near both those meters. Now there's another one up on top of the Miss Beasley box. If you want to go near that, all you have to do is come over and touch it like this. And it makes a loud noise. You're getting some pretty good activity right out of the gate, which is surprising. You know, I knew that, I was hoping for something good. Thank you. Oh, great, now we got our birds mimicking the meters. That's Kevin. Is this Raymond, Colleen? I can barely get your name out.
Mm-hmm.
Raymond, is this you? Are you the one messing with stuff here? People have seen you recently in here.
Did you die in the house? No. No, we know Raymond did not die in this house.
Yeah, Raymond did not die in the house. Right? We get a response to that too. Raymond, do you know your wife, Donna, works for the town of Littleton now? Silence. It doesn't surprise me in the least. You could never get her to work. She's doing a great job. She's one of our best employees.
How old is he or she?
Can you tell me your age? Once again, you have to speak into this little TV screen. If I give you something small to move, can you move it for me?
Jamie's asking you to attach to a doll.
There's a little cat. Little black cat. Can you move that? What was the question?
Attach to a doll.
Is there anything here that is attached to a doll that wants to communicate with us? one's going to sit up. I'm just trying to get so you guys can see the activity on it. I want you to see how it comes and goes too. Oh, I apologize. I moved the meter. Can you tell us again? Can you show us that you're here? That's it. I thank you. I love when you ask a question and get an instant response. Very good. I know it takes a lot to move something, but if you could move the planchette on the Ouija board or the cat, I'd really appreciate it. Do you want to play with the bear? I can turn Boo Bear on, and then you can touch him.
Explain Blue Bear.
All right, Boo Bear is a bear. Actually, I'm going to shut him back off for now before I turn him on. And I'm going to sit him in front of you, and I'll back you up so you can see him. I'll actually shut off some of the other meters, because what he will actually do, he will light up, and he will tell you if he's been touched. He will tell you if he gets the temperature goes up or down, and he can actually ask questions. So he can do his own EVP session. I'm gonna shut this meter off because it's a little on the loud side.
Okay, people are asking, are there other spirits in the house? Civil War soldier?
Yeah, we have multiple spirits. We know this house used to be a boarding house, rumored to be a bordello. So we don't know the full history of the house. The house has got an underground stream in it. We have a hidden room on the second floor. It's a crazy old house. It really is. And I apologize for trying to, this is the first time we've done this here, so we're kind of winging it. I'm going to prop something behind. I think this is appropriate. It's a picture of Raymond Clean, the gentleman that we're actually trying to communicate that died here. Okay, now Boo Bear, as I turn him on, he's going to boot up. Find a darn switch. And you'll see his arms light up. And once he gets there, he'll actually start talking. He's kind of quiet. I hope you guys could hear that. Now we can ask questions and see if we can get someone to touch the bear. Now if nothing happens to him, he'll ask random questions and actually do his own EVP session. But he'll say, ooh, that tickles if he's been touched. We're going to lots.
I hope nothing possesses the bear.
I hope the bear doesn't get possessed either, but that's kind of his job to interact. Now the things I wish this bear had was a volume control, get louder, and I wish I had a place for a data logger or an SD card, but unfortunately, expensive as this thing was, it doesn't. But let's see if we can ask questions and get something to respond with the bear, and I'll back off.
Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can you touch the bear? These meters are going crazy now.
Yeah.
The bear is there. Anyone in here that wants to, please touch the bear, tickle its feet, rub its belly. Who responds? Kevin the bird. I see you're near the bear. You just got to touch him.
Someone
You know
asked,
your
"That's a
alphabet?
spirit you hear in the basement." Is it present?
Yeah, we're working on that. We're having problems with the boiler in the basement. Someone's asking the question. And so I put a camera down. It's one of the blink cameras. I could literally watch the boiler because you have to go outside to get to the boiler because they closed off the access from the house, which I will open up eventually. And since we have the camera in it, it has audio on it. We hear noises down there, shuffling, and we hear these noises sort of like someone kind of grunting or groaning like they're having Back in the day, this would have had a cold fire burner, so we're thinking it's the person who maybe would have stoked the old
Did
furnace.
you make it warm in here?
Oh, temperature change. That's good. That's a real good sign. Right now, I have the heat in here off. 'Cause I have electric heater. I don't want you to listen to it, so it should be doing just the opposite. That means it's drawing energy from probably me, and I'm not sensitive, so I can't feel it. Or the items in here, so hopefully now something else happens. Thank you for touching the bear. I appreciate that. Can you tickle him now? That bear likes to be tickled.
Did you say something? Could you please say it again?
That was pretty good.
I did say that.
Did you say something? He's asking a question. Boo Bear will ask random questions. Like I said, you can literally sit him someplace. In this case, we're going live, and lay a recorder in front of him. You'd want a camera on him too, of course, and literally let him do an EVP session in a room all by himself.
Can the spirit tell how long it has been in the house?
Can you tell us how long you lived here?
Wow.
Can
Is
you
it-
make a noise for me?
Yeah. Just like Boo Bear, make a noise. Talk right here. Talk to Boo Bear. We'll be able to hear you.
Tickle the bear if there's a person present who died in the house.
If you were someone who passed away here, can you tickle the bear? Crazy activity.
Mm-hmm.
I even heard a voice that time. That was clear in here. We do hear voices here. That's
Can you
not
touch my tummy?
Yep. See, even he's telling you to touch his tummy. If you guys heard that too, I heard a female voice in here.
I just heard something too.
Now you're gonna see on
Someone
the.
else heard it too.
They heard it too. Who did? Who heard it?
Drawing Brothers and.
Okay, cool.
Lizzie Bennett, how
Do
many
you have a
spirits are
favorite song?
He just asked you, do you have a favorite song? Can you tell the bear your favorite song? How about you sing it to him so we can hear it too?
Lee Callum, did you leave, maybe did you live in the house?
Did you live in the house? Someone's asking you that. Can you tell us if you lived here? If so, just touch the meters, and that will be yes. That's pretty much on demand.
Do you know what time it is?
How about you tell us what year it is? That's one of our dogs barking. You like the dogs? You like it when they bark? I gotta say, this is working better than I thought it was. I was afraid we'd have a lot of dead air here and I'd just be talking, but we're getting good activity, and that's. I apologize for the loud trucks going by. We are on a main road. Yep, you guys agree that we're on a main road. It's noisy here. Come on, I want you to tickle the bear. You haven't tickled the bear yet.
Phew, it got warm in here.
Oh, you touched the bear again. That's good. Temperature's getting warmer, and trust me, it's not getting warmer in here. It's actually, the heat down is getting colder. Let me go look at the laptop, see what you guys are saying. Somebody just asked how many spirits are in the house. We don't really know. We know of at least 4, for sure. We know we have the spirit of a young boy that was shunned to the 2nd and 3rd
You wanna
floor.
hold my hand?
The bear wants you to hold his hand. Go ahead. We know Raymond, who passed away while working here. He's been spotted here. We've even got him in photos. We believe there's a woman that used to live here, Eileen. She's been seen in the house. And then we have a gentleman, which is probably her husband, who once again didn't pass here, but he lived here towards his end. One of the middle bedrooms still has a buzzer. It's literally a doorbell on a wire he could push when he needed help. But we don't know the property. We find Indian artifacts on the property. Matter of fact, let me lay one of those out in front too. Maybe
You
that'll
wanna play a game?
see if that brings any activity. I'll do is I'll introduce items one at a time. Now this is a tin toy that was found on the 2nd floor. So I'm going to move you guys back so you can see even more of this stuff. Did you see that? I have to turn it down just a little bit. Or put something under it.
Aw, thanks. I like holding hands with
Oh, he finally got touched. The bear finally got touched. That's cool. That's rare. Okay, now you've got a tin toy that we found. We believe is from the spirit of a little boy. And then I'll introduce some of the Indian objects. This is a tomahawk head after the fact. So we'll see how things go.
When did the spirit pass away?
Personally, we don't know the dates, but hopefully they can tell you. Someone asked when the spirit passed away. Can you tell us when you passed, when you crossed to the other side?
I like music. What music do you like?
What do you say?
He likes music. What kind of music do you like? He's just going through EVP sessions at this point. We're asking questions. But see, we're not asking questions ourselves, and it gets quiet. I like that. When we ask questions, all of a sudden we get all this activity. So it's time to ask questions. Can you tell us if you lived in this house, or did you just work here?
I like good stories. Please tell me one.
Were you one of the slaves that worked in this house? A little activity of that. Well, that was a big bang across the room. Did you hear that?
I heard something.
Was that you tapping something across the room there? Making noises? I got some kind of activity over here, and that's where a lot of the items are we found in the house. I'm curious. I'll start introducing other items over and see what I get better activity off. Okay, I'm going to remove the tin toy. Since we're talking about possible slaves that worked here.
That's going crazy.
Yeah. How about that? So you're somebody, you didn't live here, you worked here.
Yeah.
That tickles.
So now he's got touch too, so we get the bear touch. That's a lot of activity. Okay. Now this is one of the other creepy items we found in the house, a little kid's doll. Obviously it's a little African American doll, so. Now someone had to work here and stoke the boilers and,
A lot of energy with that toy, Lizzie said.
yep. Was this your toy? Is this did you live here as a little girl? If you talk, we can hear
What's
you.
your favorite story?
Do the toys found on the wall belong to the spirit?
We're told the toys that were found in the wall by one of the sensitives. Like, look at those activity. Holy jeez.
I missed one from earlier from Dawson. He said, has activity increased as you have added more objects to the museum's collection?
Dawson's asked before we missed it. Did the activity increase as we added more items to the museum? Yes, it has. And nothing negative. I'll be honest with you.
Favorite color?
But we've definitely gotten more activity. But the house itself seems to have. We first moved in, we had pictures pulled off the wall, things broke, and they weren't happy with us being here. And you got to remember, the people that had the most problems were the contractors, because they were here more than I was. I was just coming down once or twice a month and spending a few days here. Those guys were working on quite a bit and having issues. And like I said, Raymond Colleen actually died, not here, he died at the hospital, died while working here. To the point where his wife actually came to me, Donna, who works for me now, and said, did my husband get into something in the basement? They were thinking like mercury or something like that. And, you know, so that's how quick it was. I mean, even the police came to us. So we know Raymond's here. We seem to get activity. We're trying to go through these other items that we found in the house and trying to see what still has definitely something attached to it. Well, this doll definitely has something attached to it. We're getting a lot of activity off this. And I'm interested too, trying to find out. I mean, people had to work here. This is a big house. There's a lot of property to maintain. There was probably a gardener, or maybe the person that stoked the boiler did the gardening. To this day, there's people in town here that have people that cook for them. It's just the way it is in the South. I mean, someone that comes in and cleans for them.
Can you finish this?
Can you do what the bear asked you to do? Did you? Okay. Did anyone on the other side hear that? I didn't hear anything in here. Plus, feel free to comment what you think about us doing this. If you have any ideas of things we should do differently. What do you say? I missed that. I was talking. I think he got touched again. I think he said it tickled.
Did the spirit die on Christmas Eve or day?
Did anyone in here die on Christmas or Christmas Eve? It seems pretty quiet. Do you remember Christmas here? Was Christmas a fun time in this house?
The person that asked that question said yes.
What? Did you say something? Can you please say it again?
All right, I'm going to switch out items here. I'm going to see what we get if I move this. And we can always combine them later. But I want to try one of
You
these.
may want to mention the gardener again. It jumped a bit at the first time.
Okay.
What about the ladies that you found in the basement? Maybe try that and see if there's a spirit attached.
That's an idea. Maybe I'll put her back because we're getting a lot of activity off
Lady,
her.
I'm sorry, not lady, the lady. These people are decent.
All right, this is pretty cool. Most of you probably don't know this story. Now, when we first moved in,
Thanks for making it warmer.
the temperature, bear's got a temperature increase. A gentleman came here and told me he's an older guy. He's passed since. He's actually, I was related to one of the commissioners I work with. He's actually his father. And he told me how he worked here with his father, painting in the house and working in here. So one of the things that he told me is we have an underground stream in the basement. Let's see if I can do something a little better on this camera. I'll just pick it up for now. They basically told me there's an underground stream in the basement. He asked me if it was still there. I said, yes. He said, well, when I worked here with my father, if you got thirsty, you used to go down into the basement.
I like her.
Oh, he just got touched. The bear got touched. That's great. But he told me there was a ladle, and I found it the other day, but you would ladle in the basement, you would drink out of the stream in the basement. Can you imagine telling a contractor today, hey, listen, if you get thirsty, there's this puddle down there, just help yourself, you know? Imagine what your bill would be then. But this is the craziness we got going on. This is a weird, weird house. Now, this is nothing we were looking for. I'm gonna move everybody back. I'm getting so much activity here. I'm trying to.
The needle has something more to it too.
Louie, tickle it.
Now I moved them. See, it said he got tickled. That was me moving him.
Lizzie said maybe the house chose you.
It very well could have. I'll put the ladle out front. So what the heck? Let's keep on moving more items in that might have attachments to it. These some weird noises. It's stuff I've never heard in this room before. You know, I'm gonna back off. I'll talk loud from over here. I'm gonna just let the items do their thing. This way you know I'm not near it. Can you touch the bear again? I'm gonna stay all the way over here. This way you know it's not me. You know, the creaky floor.
Wasn't your head up to 15.
Talk into that phone, talk into the little screen there. Tell us anything you want to tell us.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
If you were the person that talked in here before, the woman, I heard your voice. Can you talk again? Was anybody that's in here killed in this house?
Do you have more friends we can play with?
You were a parent for the spirit? Wow.
Were you a parent? Somebody's items we're putting out, these child's items? Were these your children's toys? Yeah, it's
Do
crazy.
you like to play pretend?
The bear asked you, do you like to play pretend? Did you play cowboy and Indian or anything like that?
What about the REM?
What's that?
The REM body, you know,
Well, they're up. I actually have them out. Someone asked about the REM pods. I have the. I heard that voice again. Did you just hear that?
no, I didn't.
That was that female voice. Anyway, the REM pods are up here. I got a couple here. If you go near them, I have them in different spots in the room. So I'm trying not to put them right in front of your phone. I can, but I was just trying to rely on this. I'll probably do that. I'm doing it little by little.
She heard the voice.
They heard the voice? Yeah, you definitely heard it. I mean, I'm thank God we're recording this. That's twice I've heard that female voice. And we haven't heard that in a while. We used to hear this male and female voice like they're having a conversation.
Aw, thanks. I like holding hands
Oh,
with
the
you.
bear got touched, and you can see I'm nowhere near it. That's pretty cool. I love this thing. Plus, if you guys have any other want to comment on the way we're doing the super chat now? It's something new. It's got a way that you can make donations. You can buy super stickers. I don't really know the purpose of that, but it's a pretty cool thing. It's something we're obviously trying this out at home. You need internet to do this whole thing to go live. But this is kind of experimental. You can see I could probably have this on a high tripod, which you get a little better view.
Somebody's asking, did you grow up in the house? And what was your favorite game?
We're getting more questions here. Someone wants to know, did you grow up in this house?
What color is the light in my tummy?
And the bear wants to know what's the color of the light in the tummy. Did you grow up in this house?
What was your favorite game?
Was there any games you used to like to play that your favorites? We found jacks in the house. Did you like to play jacks? We find lots of marbles.
Count with me. 1, 2, 3,
Did
4.
you have many friends? The female voice, did you live in the house?
It's gonna drive you nuts. I'm gonna place this over here too. I'm gonna back off because obviously you can see if I go near it, it goes off. So I want to be nowhere near this. I'll ask questions from afar. Did you have friends here?
Frank sent you $5. Hello, Steve.
Nope, Frank's there. Hello, Frank.
Do you know your alphabet? A, B, C, D.
The bear's talking to you, Frank. He wants to know if you know your alphabet. The bear wants to know if your feet are really soft. Frank was soaking his feet today. Oh, look at the activity. Frank, do you like us talking about your feet?
John wants you to join his video room to chat.
Can you make a noise for me?
If you're the woman that's talking in here, can you talk again? Can you tell us your name? Just tell the bear your name.
Is your spirit trapped in the house?
Someone asked if the spirit's trapped in the house. I don't think they're trapped, but they seem to be comfortable here. Oh, more root. Do you hear that in the corner again?
Can you touch my tummy?
Wow.
I'm backing off just to show I'm nowhere near it. I'm literally in the other room.
Ask the spirit what was his favorite holiday.
Did you have a special holiday you liked? Like Easter? Christmas? It's the Bible Belt.
Do you have a favorite song?
I doubt it was Halloween.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's a good one.
4th of July.
4th of July.
I don't know. After that Christmas, it's the 4th of July. Christmas.
You know, tomorrow's Christmas. What kind of presents did you get on Christmas? Did you get toys? Or did you get food?
Do you know what time it
I used to hate it when I got clothes. Oh, see? It's hard to be excited to open a box of socks. Although these days, I don't mind it too much.
It happens when you get old.
Yep. I'm into my comfy socks.
Ask if the spirit had a favorite thing it would like to do each day.
Was there anything you like to do on a daily basis? Something that was your favorite?
Do you want to be my friend?
I'd still like to see you move something. I'm hearing noises over in the corner there.
Do you want to hold my hand?
You know what I'm going to do? Put the laser grid on.
Did the spirit have a favorite character from a book?
Did you have a favorite book or a character you like to watch or read about? Hang on, I'm going to try to put the laser on them so we can see movement.
That tickles.
Well, trust me, the laser didn't touch him. We got touched again. I'm just trying to... Wow, look at the laser get drained.
Yeah.
Wow. You like the laser? Are you able to draw energy from that battery? You can draw more. I've got plenty of batteries to put in. Go ahead, you can drain that laser dry. That's a brand new battery. Look at it die.
Yeah.
That was impressive. All right, take that energy, do something. Can you move something so we can see it?
I like hugs.
And you get the bear got touched too. I'm impressed. This has been amazing. Any of you guys out there that do ghost hunting, you're going to realize it's so rare to get this much activity, especially back to back like this.
And remember, we live in this house.
Yeah, this is the home we live in. I mean, you know, the front of the house is the museum. The rest of it, we're in. Yep, see, they agreed with us.
We have 17 watching this.
And we appreciate you guys watching, supporting us. It's especially now with the COVID, it's really kind of crazy for the museum to keep going. But we're doing it. We're going to do everything we can. We're doing all the traveling we can.
Do you want to play a game?
You want to play a game? That's what the bear's asking you.
What was the last gift the spirit received? Probably marbles.
I should probably place those in front of them too.
Oh, I'd like to see if they get a response.
All right, something we keep finding in this house since day one is old clay marbles. Now these are the clay marbles that Raymond Clean kept on finding. Black ones. Shortly after that, woo, he got sick and passed away. So I'm going to place these right here. Well, you guys can't see them there. So it doesn't matter. I'll put them in a ladle. The marbles are in the ladle. And see if they draw anything in. But since we find so many marbles in here,
Lizzie said, I haven't done a hunt in years. Thank you for doing this and allowing us to participate.
Lindsay was just thanking us for doing the ghost hunt. We're going to do more of this, Lindsay. It's something new. We're trying to, this is going to go off. I apologize. I'm just trying to get out of the way for the laser. But we're trying to do this now. We're trying to do what we can since, we're limited. I'm doing ghost hunts by myself.
What music do you like?
He's asking a question about what kind of music you like. But I'm trying to do what I can in the way, oh, look at this. That was a good response. Are you talking to the bear? Or are you talking about touching the marbles? crazy. Thank you. I appreciate you doing all this activity for us, especially with all my friends that aren't even here. Hey, the bear got touched too.
That's crazy.
This is crazy. Anyway, folks, we don't normally. You can watch some of my other investigations I'm doing when I travel by myself in hotels. I don't get this kind of activity.
Is the spirit scared?
I don't think the spirit is scared. They seem to be having fun. But we can ask them. Does this scare you when we do this?
Are you happy when we do this?
Do you like it when we talk to you? Is it fun when we communicate with you? Yep. No, they're having a good time. I think they enjoy this.
Here's my question. Are you happy that we're living here?
Do you enjoy the fact that we're here now? That we're fixing up the house and saving it? And do we let people come through? You gotta remember, this house is a boarding house. It was supposed to be a bordello. This house had activity, people coming and going. Then it was dormant. This house sat still for many, many years until we bought it. And we weren't happy when we first moved in, but now it seems to be coming back to life. I mean, obviously the...
5 people.
Okay, we're going live again. You might have to
Refresh. There you go.
Okay. Something happened. Someone, I think, was trying to call us, and they killed the internet here. I'll find out what it was later. But we're back on. But we're getting activity as we were here, so. All right, so maybe we'll knock it off now, even though we're still getting activity. Listen to this. We're still getting crazy stuff here. Anyway, let me go on and tell you what was happening here. Things that were going on over here. I apologize. There's some kind of message coming. It was almost like a internet phone call came in and knocked everything off. But we're still getting all kinds of activity. We were hearing noises over in this corner. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was, but it's been a crazy night, as you guys can see. We'll do more of this. I apologize that we had a couple of issues there. One of the things, not to sound like we're begging for money, but the whole idea of setting up these live chats with the super chat is it's a way people can donate too. Now this is, the bear just got touched again. Is this crazy?
You're lagging. You're talking, but the screen is lagging.
It always does. But so basically we're still new to this, and we're still figuring out the quirks as far as the internet. I mean, do I have to plug the cameras in directly? Is other things in the house affecting the internet too? But we'll work it all out. The more we can go live, the better. I mean, if I can do these, not just the paranormal investigations, we can do some of this outdoor investigating. If we can somehow get a hot enough spot off a Verizon tower, we'll do that. But, all right, so we're going to lock off now since we're having a couple of little issues. But you can see, we're still getting activity.
Like you said, this was a lot of activity. Dawson just said thank you for this.
And, it just hasn't stopped. I mean, it's been crazy. We've stirred things up. I hate to log off. Maybe I'll stay on for a little bit.
Yeah, you're coming back in now. It's fine.
Let me try this. Maybe if I put it up here. I apologize for these. Oh. See, I get these damn meters everywhere. Maybe if we try this, it could be a little farther away. But you can see more stuff. And we'll try to go a little bit longer. But here's one of the items I was telling you about. This child's old style rifle. This was an expensive toy back in the day. We found this up in the attic. It was laid up by the top of the stairs. Hey, here, we're going.
Nina's on. She said you're doing great. The ghost is having fun with you too.
Nina, you missed some good stuff. It's been amazing. We're having some little internet issues here, of course, being in the middle of nowhere. But the Boo Bear, we're getting responses to questions right away. This is kind of an experiment we're doing now. The bear just got touched again. Someone just touched the bear. But it's been nonstop. It's been non-stop since we got things going. I'm gonna move the bear over here. I'll shut the REM pod off. And we have this doll that seems to be drawing a lot of attention in. Put this up here. This is one of the ones we found too, so it'll,
It's like a 4-minute lag, it's weird.
but I'll keep it here. And the bear get touched again. All right, but nonstop. So I'll do is I'm gonna back off in the other room for a little bit.
Nina said it's a male between the ages of 18 and 24 years old.
So Nina says it's a male between the ages what?
Of 18 and 24 years old.
18 and 24. So you can hear we're getting all kinds of activity. I'm backing off. I'm going to get out of the room. And this way, if you guys see something, see movement, or hear something, let us know. I'm going to let the room and you guys do your investigation. I can ask questions. You type them to us. I can ask from the other room. This is crazy.
Look, you said, you heard.
I like that.
Yeah, that's really behind, isn't it?
Yeah. It's freaking me out, to be honest.
Somebody's trying to call me. You guys can hear. We're in the other room. I'm literally talking. You can hear that meter going off. You can see this one.
No, it's lagging too much. I can't see what you're showing me.
Now, do they say they couldn't see it, or you saying it? No. No, I'm trying to back off from 10 point. Yeah, it's nonstop activity.
That hurts. See, getting back in the mid Interesting stuff. I like it. Thanks, Steve. Henry. Almost now, 9:52. Yeah, we're 7 p.m.
I'm gonna put this one back over here. Can you guys see that?
Tell Nina that you heard a woman's voice in here.
Nina, we heard a woman's voice twice, and other people heard it too through the phones. You be to play this back once it uploads, and I think that's part of the problem. Maybe I'm shooting it too long with this crappy internet, but we're learning. This is all an experiment, so. But if we can go live, it's the way to go. And it's with the super chat and stuff, it's a whole new thing too. And that might be another thing that's slowing it down too. I don't really know. But it's been nonstop. I mean, this has been to the point where I almost think I need to remove some of the meters.
Lee just said, over by where that hay bale thing is, I see something like shivering like this, some kind of light reflecting off, and it's like shivering.
The bear just got touched again.
Okay. What he's saying by the hay bale, he's seeing something. What Nina says, the woman is the one that lives in the house with you that speaks.
Okay, well, someone's saying they're seeing something reflect over here. They're seeing some kind of light movement. So, we'll see if we can figure out what that is. I'm gonna shut this one off since this is nonstop. But this is crazy. That's a fully charged meter. And it's just pegged. We'll shut it off for now. Move the K2 over here, the mel meter I should say. It's got a K2 built in.
Did you hear what he said about the woman?
No, what did you say about the woman?
Nina said the woman is the one that lives in the house with you that speaks.
Okay, well, Nina's a sensitive friend of ours, by the way, so you wonder why I'm getting this thing. She's talking
So
to
where
us.
you're standing is where the ghost is at.
Wow.
This is your weather, I just got an alert.
Yeah, we're getting some severe weather out here. It sounded like hail outside.
Sure
Got
does.
tornado
That's all we need.
warnings, so. A perfect time to be doing this, the perfect storm. And anyway, Nita's saying it's the woman that lives here. The woman that lived here was communicating with us, right? Am I getting that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll see what else. Since we're back going again, I mean, we lost a bunch of people, unfortunately, when the thing lagged out. But we'll do it for a little bit longer. I like to at least do an hour. Now with this bad weather, we'll probably lose internet anyway. Let me see what else we can get. But I'm going to turn this Beasley back on, so I'll have the laser going. We're going to look for movement. And I'm going to put a camera in with this doll over here, which you guys can't really see. The bear just got touched again. You can see I wasn't touching him, nowhere near it. This has been crazy. Freaking over the top. I can lay meters out here now. Every once in a while, I'll leave a meter on. I'll forget about it. And all of a sudden, it will... Well, my wife was saying to them, "Did you leave a meter on?" And we'll hear movement in this room, something going on. But this is, that's, once in a blue moon. This has been nonstop, the activity we're getting here. Frank, you said it would be a good night to do this with the storm, with all this crap coming through. Boy, you weren't kidding. I just heard that female voice again. That's the third time I've heard that. Some crazy weather. Sounds like hail coming down outside. Try a laser grid here. Now you can look for movement. Let me see if you guys can see it in the other room. Check the computer. I just want to thank you guys for your support and everything you're doing as far as watching our videos. This is what's keeping the museum alive now, with us traveling and doing the investigations and the big... Got touched again. This is crazy. You have to physically touch this thing. If anyone knows the Boo Bear, and anyone's seen us with other investigations, I can pick this thing up and squeeze it and move it and get nothing out of it. What was that noise? Getting the weirdest noises around here.
Can you make a noise for me?
Is that noise not weird enough for you?
Is there a connection with that rocking chair? Does it move or anything?
Yeah, the rocking chair actually rocks by itself. That's why it was given to us. It was an antique shop. They wanted to get rid of it and basically told us there's a woman with a red dress associated with it, that they would come in, the chair would just be rocking by itself. And it has, we've caught it a couple of times. I haven't got it on camera, that's why we changed to the blink system. We have new cameras now, we're gonna see what we can get. All right, I think we'll wrap it up for the night with this weather coming in. Listen, thank you so much. Thanks for supporting us. We do appreciate what you're doing, and donations are appreciated. Any way you can donate and help us, keep us alive, especially now since we can't do the Paracons and the festivals and all that sort of stuff. Just to give you a quick walk through the museum. We still have stuff in stock. We're doing mediocre for what it is. Pandemic's killing us just like everyone else, especially tourism. You guys that have been here know that we have a globe. This is people from other countries that have come to the museum. Well, that's dried up. No one's coming to America anymore until we get our act together as far as the pandemic. But we thank you. We appreciate what you're doing and supporting us. And we'll keep this going. Now, this is an experiment. It seems to be working. Obviously, the house is crazy haunted. We're getting phenomenal stuff here. We're thrilled. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. Especially you guys, the brothers that came in and did their videos. We're sharing YouTube channels. That's really important. Thank you so much. Anyone wants to call and talk to us after the fact, now's the time to do it. We're logging out. You be to watch this. Merry Christmas. And if we don't talk to you guys, have a great new year. Hopefully it's better than we've had 2021. I can't imagine getting worse. Guys, take care. Everyone be healthy. Have a great one.